Hi guys, how's it going? I hope everyone is doing well. This is going to be a general reading for Scorpio for December 6th through December 31st. And I pre shuffled all your cards and we'll get into your energy in just a moment. I wanted to do the sound bell just to clear the energy. So hold on. All right, Scorpio, let's do it. I also wanted to say happy holidays. If you celebrate, there's lots of different ones, and we respect them all. All right, Scorpio. So just give me a moment here while I pull out your cards. If you wanted to fast forward through this part, you can always do that. It's up to you. All right. Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. December 6th through the 31st. Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. December 6th through the 31st. What does Scorpio need to see? What does Scorpio need to know for their highest good? December 6th through the 31st. Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. December 6th through the 31st for the highest good. What does Scorpio need to see? What does Scorpio need to know? Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to see? What does Scorpio need to know for their highest good? December 6th through the 31st. Messages for Scorpio. 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 Oh, we got to flip our Ace of Swords. I'll put it back. If it comes out again, then they want to be here. Okay. Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. December 6th through 31st. Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. Scorpio need to see. Scorpio need to know. 6th through 31st. Messages for Scorpio. See what it needs to know. 6th through 31st. Okay, three more. Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. December 6th through 31st. What does Scorpio need to see? What does Scorpio need to know for the highest good? Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. December 6th through the 31st. Messages for Scorpio's highest good. What does Scorpio need to see? What does Scorpio need to know? Messages for Scorpio. Okay, one more. Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. What do we need to see? What do we need to know? December 31st. December 6th through 31st. Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. Okay. We got 6 cards. Oh, let me turn this down a little. So yeah, Scorpio. I have a new set of cards that I got that I really like. So it's the Animal Totem Tarot, and so they're all animals, pretty cool. And then I still have my other cards for confirmation. Okay. But yeah, this is what we have for you. Scorpio, you have the Emperor upright, Four of Cups upright, Five of Wands in reverse, Knight of Cups in reverse, Six of Cups upright, and the Judgment card upright. So you can look at the first row as energy starting around December 6th, a little bit before, a little bit after, not exact, and into this week that we're already in, and into next weekend, and the next 2 weeks, towards the end of the month here. Okay. Um, so with the Emperor card starting out here, um, this is a great energy to start the reading with. It's all about having power and authority, and people, looking up to the Emperor. He's established that he can make wise choices, for his kingdom. And in this card, in this deck, since there are all animals, you see an ape. I'll show it to you in a second. He's holding a wand and a rock, one in each hand, and he's sitting out in nature. There's like a bunch of bananas and apples next to him, so he's abundant with the things that apes like to eat. If this energy is not you yourself, Scorpio, could be the person you're dealing with or the general situation here, but it's a really strong energy of the Emperor. The only downside to this card can be if it's taken to the extreme, but I don't feel that necessarily right away here, is that he can be a little set in his ways. And so he needs to remain open to trying things in different ways, listening to people, even though he doesn't necessarily take their advice, just taking it all in before making big decisions. Okay. But generally, the Emperor is somebody who can see things from a higher perspective and is well respected. Um, and yeah, so like I said, it's a really nice energy to start the reading with. This could be something from the recent past or currently what your energy is having right now, Scorpio. Okay. And so then you have the Four of Cups in the upright position. In this card, you see an octopus, and there's like a shipwreck, and there's four cups that look like they're inside some type of treasure chest here. And so the Four of Cups is not necessarily being completely happy or trusting the options that have been shown to you currently. And so it's all about reminding you to remember that there's still other options that maybe you haven't seen yet. Gifts from the divine. Okay, because in the traditional Four of Cups, you see a woman sitting down, and there's three cups in front of her, and her body posture is kind of like not happy. But what's above her is this other cup from the divine that's hanging from a tree, right? But you just can't see it. So it's just basically telling you, Scorpio, that if you change your perspective a little bit, slightly, and keep hope alive, that you will be given some new options and new choices that will perhaps make you more comfortable and more happy. This card also too, when I was going over it with one of the other signs, I can't remember when. It also was talking about with the Four of Cups. It is a card about you can be distracted by a lot of things, and basically, it's saying that you've come to a place where you not distracted, I'm trying to think of the right word, where you know that even if something is presented in a pretty package, that it doesn't mean it's good. So I think the saying is, all that glitters isn't gold. Okay. And that's with the gold cups there. Okay. Now, with the Five of Wands in reverse, this is a good card to have in the reverse or upside down position, because when it's in the upright position, it's feeling perhaps that from the outside perspective, um, that you're really guarded, but it could be saying that. what some people might say is aggressiveness or fighting could actually be this playful energy of you working with somebody in your community or your family or friends, team, or something at work, where you're going over something, some type of plan or practice. But it is definitely this defensive energy that I was talking about. Even if it's playful, it's still kind of defensive. Um, so it looks like a badger in this card. I'll show you here. And so this five wands are pointed at him, and he's like, wow, you know. Well, I don't know what badgers. That's a cat noise, but I don't know what kind of noises badgers make. But you know, you just get the idea that he's feeling put on the spot or like attacked in some way. Okay. And I know the honey badger. I don't think this is necessarily a honey badger, but I love that the saying that like honey badger doesn't give a shit, right? So, um, you know, you could say that about Scorpios too, sometimes, of course. But like I said, this card came out in the reverse position. So I feel like you're letting down some of the defensive energy and some of the I don't give a shit energy about something maybe you do give a shit, but you have a hard time showing your emotions in some way, Scorpio. So you're learning to be more playful and be more open to not having everything go by a certain plan. Okay. Now, the next card that you have is the Knight of Cups in reverse. This is a card that talks about there was a potential offer or opportunity that either you were waiting for or you were waiting to give to someone that you didn't give or they didn't give or wasn't received well or was put on hold, something like that, because it's a little bit of some static energy here. So, this is how the card looks, you know, when it's in the reverse position, how it came out for you. But obviously, when it's upright, it's all about movement. And this knight, aka this penguin, or sorry, not penguin, pelican, you know, is moving forward. There's a lot of change and emotions with the water in the background. And they've put down their a little bit of their identity of like who they've been known to be before, like being this knight, but saying, you know, even despite my high credentials, I'm still somebody that should be taken seriously and is moving forward and is happy about it and showing it off with his foot out, you know, doing his little pelican dance. Um, but again, you know, it was in the reverse position or upside down. So it's a little bit of stagnant energy. And like I said, it could be an offer that didn't go through on your part or someone else's, or wasn't received well, or just was put on hold, or just some general, a little bit of stagnant energy. Okay. Energy to have, you know, following a little bit of that stagnant energy because it's all about good times with friends and family, a little bit of some, sorry guys, Hermes, come here. No, Hermes. No. Let me show you the card here. So there's some badgers, and they're all swimming in the water here, and they've got their cups, and it's totally abundant here, and they're enjoying the water and good times. And so when this card comes up, it can talk about, um, you know, getting together with friends or family or somebody from the past. It can also talk about childhood issues or something that's still coming up from the past that needs to be worked on. Um, but I don't feel that it's necessarily childhood issues that need to be worked on. I mean, yeah, that's true for some people, you know, but it is a general reading, so it resonate for you guys in different ways. But when we had that badger letting down some of the defensiveness and a little bit of the stagnant energy, it makes me feel like it's more of a celebration in some way, or a relaxing, or just taking it easy with some friends and family. That's generally the energy that I'm picking up right now. Okay. And it's also, you know, when I was talking about in the beginning with the Emperor card, that one of the negative signs of the Emperor is that he can be too set in his ways and too stern, right, and not accepting or hearing people out. So this is great to see, you know, right next to, or one card over, the Five of Wands in reverse, right? So putting some of that um, defensiveness down, Scorpio. Okay, so it seems like once you are able to do that and trust, what you know about the world, and move through a little bit of that stagnant energy, even though it might be difficult. Part of the solution can be spending time with friends and family, or just relaxing, like I was saying. Okay. Now, the last card you have here, Scorpio, is the Judgment card, okay, and it's an upright position. So this can be saying that something is going to be weighed and judged. Um, could be you're going to be weighed and judged in some way, or the person you're dealing with, or the general situation. But it also could be saying that there is some type of rebirth that is about to happen for you. Because in the traditional tarot, when you see a judgment card, it's people rising up out of their graves, like in the Bible or something, right? Like you're going to be reborn again if you're a good person or something like that. Okay. Um, so in this card, because they're all animals, you see these three reindeer with Santa's sled, and then you see, I think it's Gabriel or one of the angels, um, horns on the bottom, blowing the horn of Judgment Day, right? And so it has a very peaceful energy, like I sang in Rebirth, because it's winter time. You know, in this card, it can be saying that the rebirth is hasn't happened yet, but it's on his way, because we know spring comes after winter. Um, but yeah, I generally get a good feeling for you, Scorpio, towards the end of the month. Like I said, with these Six of Cups card here and the Judgment card. But this is a perfect time for us to get you some confirmation cards too. So just give me a second here. All right. Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to see? What does Scorpio need to know? December 6th through the 31st. Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. December 6th through the 31st. Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. December 6th through the 31st. What does Scorpio need to see? What does Scorpio need to know for the highest power messages for Scorpio? Scorpio. Oh, one more. Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. December 6th through the 31st. Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. December 6th through the 31st. All right. We got a flipper, but I'm not going to take it. It was Queen of Pentacles. So interesting, since you did have the Emperor card, right? A queen can be the counterpart to that. But yeah, let's see here. So you have Knight of Wands in the upright position, Nine of Cups in the upright position, and Seven of Wands in the upright position. Excuse me, sorry. Okay. Um, so yeah, Scorpio, when the Knight of Wands is confirming the Emperor card here upright, and the Knight of Cups in reverse, um, this is basically telling me that, like, you, or the person dealing with a general situation, um, was able to move forward in this Emperor energy of being strong, people coming to you for advice and wisdom and counsel, and you having all the abundance around you. You're well respected, um, but it could just be, hinting at what we already said before, as far as um, if you get too stuck in set in your ways with the emperor energy, and not even it can be stuck in your ways and not open to things, but another way you can interpret it is also a little bit of laziness or entitlement, because in the traditional emperor card, um, you will see like this man sitting on his throne and he's kind of slouching and he's like put his um, shield down next to him and his sword or whatever it is, and so that can be that little bit of that entitlement or laziness if it's not being open to doing things in a new way. Okay. But basically, what I see here is that the way you can move out a little bit of this restless energy that comes in here, with the Knight of Cups, later in the month, or something that an offer being put on hold or not coming through or not well received, the way that you can get through that is to rely on, your strong energy of having power and courage and authority here, and remembering that you are abundant and you have all the resources around you that you need. Okay. Now, with the Nine of Cups here, confirming the Six of Cups upright and the Four of Cups upright, just switching it because it was upside down, or yeah, in the wrong place, but I remember. So basically, this is telling me that the more that you're able to trust in something and relax a little bit and not be um, perceived as, um, what's the way to say it? Not being perceived as um, unhappy or ungrateful, maybe. I don't know why I feel like saying that. Right, because remember the Four of Cups, traditionally, you see this woman who doesn't like her options and doesn't realize that there's a cup above her, okay, because she's only looking at the Three Cups. So I think that if you are able to, um, even if it's not about displaying being ungrateful or uncomfortable with your options, maybe it's just changing it, simply in your mind and the way that you're thinking, Scorpio, and the way that you are, um, able to even have more happy times coming ahead with friends and family and relaxing in some way, is really embracing the abundance that you have here, with the Nine of Cups, and enjoying the small things in life. And, you see this little tiny honeybee in the front, and that's, similar to this hummingbird energy where you're supposed to get the nectar and be in the present and really enjoy what you have. Okay. Now, it's interesting. You have the Seven of Wands in the upright position is the confirmation card, but you also have it confirming the Five of Wands in reverse. So, um, and you have the Emperor here with the wand here too. So there's a lot of wand energy. Just three cards, right off the bat. But I feel like you need to make a decision here, Scorpio, because one card is saying let your defenses down and be more open to being playful and not having a plan about something. And then the other card that's confirming it is saying your defenses are still up. And you've been hurt before in the past, but you're always, in that survival mode and ready for war. It makes you not on stable ground completely. Okay. So when this Seven of Wands is also confirming the Judgment card, and I said something needs to be weighed or judged, right, to have this rebirth. It could be something within yourself, Scorpio, that you just need to decide, like, which one are you? Are you, um, and I know that nobody is like one thing at any time, but you know, um, oops, sorry. It's just basically, the feeling that I'm getting from it, Scorpio, is that, um, maybe there's a way that you can, um, just remind yourself that, you know, okay, I'm Scorpion, right? Like I'll get you, right? I'll bite you with my tail, or I'll sting you with my tail. But you don't have to do that, all the time. Like, save that and know that because you've been through these things, that you will always have that, like, instinctively, in your skill set, or whatever you want to call it. So you don't have to carry it all the time to make it so heavy, and you don't have to let it, like, influence how you go about your daily life, if that makes sense. Okay. But it will resonate for people in different ways too. Like I said, with the judgment card, it could also be um, that something needs to be put to rest, um, in order to have this rebirth. So the judgment card, like I said, is um, people coming up out of their graves, but they can't come out of their graves until they die and they're put in their graves, if that makes sense. So it's almost like, for some of you, it could just be you need to completely put to rest this defensive energy, and this always preparing for the worst, and always thinking negatively in some way. Again, if it's not you, the person you're dealing with, the general situation. Okay, so that's another way to look at those three cards too. But yeah, real quick, let's get you some oracle cards before you go. And I have a lot of good friends that are Scorpios. Um, My mom is a Scorpio, and she's a dragon in the Chinese, you know, astrology. And so, man, you don't want to cross her, okay? Very sweet woman, but like, Scorpios have that, I feel like. But anyway, I love my Scorpios. Let's get you some oracle cards. Okay. Messages for Scorpio, December 6th through 31st. Messages for Scorpio, December 6th through 31st. What does Scorpio need to see? What does Scorpio need to know for the highest good? Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. Okay, and you got decisions. Didn't I say you needed to make a decision about something? Um, whoa, sorry. I got like a whiff of the incense right in my throat there. Um, Either that, or the decision you need to make is really hard for you to vocalize in some way, because it just felt like it was something in my throat there. But yeah, when I was talking about the Five of Wands in reverse and the Seven of Wands upright, and I said you need to make a decision, right? Which one are you? There's some old habits, or coping mechanisms that you no longer need. That's just what I'm thinking. But let's see real quick what the little book says. Come closer here. Okay. And where are we? Decisions. Yes. It says higher self decisions, confusion, quandary, ambivalence, and juggling. You're faced with many choices and aren't sure what to do. Leave or stay in a job, terminate or recommit to a relationship, stop or continue a creative project, go to work or stay at home with the kids. Life is an endless stream of choices, and doing what's best is never a simple thing. Fortunately, your higher self can help you resolve these difficult decisions, especially if you're willing to let go of some of the balls you juggle, drop to the wayside for now. The key to making the best choices is simply follow your heart and attend only to what you care about right now. Focus on priorities that feed your spirit, and don't become overwhelmed by the demands and expectations of others. Hold on, we got a little bit more. Ask your higher self to help you discern and trust in what requires your attention right now. And be willing to disappoint people. Your higher self assures you that what falls to the wayside isn't important in the long run, despite the drama of the moment. The message for you is, don't try to be all things to all people. It's a waste of time, and you'll surely fail. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of um, new age or like spirituality things talk about how hard it is for a lot of people to say no because we're always you know told to say yes to things, and so sometimes people take it in a personal way, but it's like, okay, no, I can't do that right now. I have to take care of myself, or I have to do whatever it is that you have to do, even if the other people don't see it as important. Like, only you know what's best for you. But let's get you one more oracle card before you go. These are the little animal oracle cards. All right. Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio, December 6th through the 31st. What does Scorpio need to see? What does Scorpio need to know for the highest of December 6th through the 31st? Okay, you got the scarab. That's cool. And it says regeneration. To the Egyptians, the scarab, a type of beetle, symbolized the powers that govern the celestial bodies. A great scarab was thought to roll the sun across the sky. This belief arose from the scarab's habit of shaping a piece of ox dung into a ball onto which it lays its eggs and rolling it about, generally from east to west. Okay. Scarab like jewels are often placed in tombs of deceased relatives to give them the power of the sun and to facilitate their regeneration. Okay. So um, I think that definitely goes with the judgment card perfectly when I was talking about the rebirth. Like, it's winter time, and the judgment card here with Santa's sled and the reindeer or whatever. And I was saying that we know after winter, spring comes, okay? So there will be some kind of rebirth of something. And that is definitely confirmed here too with the scarab talking about regeneration. So that's beautiful. All right, Scorpio. So that is your reading. As always, I'm going to put the pictures online if you're interested. I take a picture of all the cards laid out here if you want to look at them up close or later. So you can do that by going in my description box below and clicking on my website, and then going to my Facebook page. And under the Facebook page, once you're there, look for the Scorpio reading, and it'll be the first comment there if you want to check that out. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys so much for watching and for your support as always. And yeah, I'll take a little bit of a break and then come back with Aries in a little while. All right, thanks, guys. Have a good, beautiful day or night whenever you see this. All right, bye.